Jessica Powers, Vice President, Family First Life Aspire. Today, we're going to go over scheduling and the complete guide for yourself, whether you're full-time or part-time, how you can have success here with Family First Life and make sure that your life and your schedule is on point with what you want to achieve here with FFL. First, let's get into dial days. Dial days start at 8 a.m. You want to make sure that you prepare the night before. You want to making sure all your leads are together, your spreadsheets are together. That way you're not scrambling at 7:55 to make sure that your leads are ready. On your dial days, you want to book 7 to 10 appointments per run day. So if you're booking 2 days out in the field, you want to make sure that you're getting anywhere between 14 and 20 appointments booked for those 2 full days. That way you can maximize your schedule and make sure that you're out helping families. And that way you can avoid the emotional roller coaster that can come when you don't have enough appointments in your day. You want to make sure to avoid gaps in your day. You want to book your appointments together solidly. Don't have a 2 to 3 hour gap in between appointments. Downtime is not going to be in your favor because if you get that little cancellation or anything, it can create a bigger gap. You want to make sure to overbook to avoid gaps from cancellations, no-shows, or being porched. That will happen. This business, people say no, people forget. But if you overbook yourself, then you're going to make sure that you're in front of enough families. That way you can keep helping families, but make sure that you're hitting your numbers as well. When booking your appointments, you want to make sure that you ask for flexibility. You have a lot of families that you help. If you could please give a window of time because some families have more questions than others, but I promise I'll be out to you as close to our appointment time as I promise. Now, next, let's go over your run days. Now we have your dial days, how to effectively schedule. Let's get into your run days. When you run, you want to be punctual for your first appointment. You don't have any reason to where you're not going to show up on time to your first appointment. If you start your first appointment on time, you have a higher success likelihood that you're going to go ahead and you're going to show up on time to your other appointments. Never call to confirm your appointments. Even if you're late or if they cancel, go anyways. Show up to the appointments. Don't answer the call. Pretend like you didn't get it. Show up and act like you have no idea what they're talking about. Book extra appointments in your car to help set up your week. In between your appointments, as you're going home, anything like that, dial extra in the car during your run days. You're going to gain those extra 2, 3, 4, 5 appointments in the week to help fill your schedule, which is going to result in a lot more issue paid numbers each week. You want to make sure you bring your leads with you in your dial day or your run days. That way you can go door knock. If you get no-showed and you have a chunk of time, pull out your leads, go door knock the appointments or the leads that are in that area. That way you can fully resolve all of your leads as well as you possibly can. Now let's go into non-income producing activity. Non-income producing activity is time that things that you need to do but do not help to generate income for you. So what we need to do is get very good at working these non-income producing activity times in a time where we're not either on the phone or helping families. Catching up on training in the car between appointments can be a really instrumental way where you can become a master at this business and continuously keep learning, but making sure that you're filling your drive time with this. You want to call the carriers before your dial days for pending or needed documentation. Call them before. That way, you're not cutting into your dial time. You're not getting in the way. And most of the carriers, especially if you differentiate between the different time zones, you can have a little bit of a variation with that. This is a good time to call your clients, send your thank you cards. This is going to equal a higher persistency, keeping your clients, your policies on the books, and making sure that you are a client or they're a client for life. You want to make sure to study product knowledge in the in-home process early in the morning or late in the evening. Most top producers spend a minimum of 40 hours a month on training. This is not a quick one-stop shop. I'm going to be a master at this. We are continuously learning and training to get better and better. Now, what if you want to build an agency? How do you manage that in your time and in your schedule, especially if you're a consistent producer? The way that you can build an agency is by posting Craigslist ads Sundays and Thursdays, and making sure also to branch out to other hiring avenues as well. Talk to your warm market. Why do you like this? Why do you like this opportunity? Why wouldn't somebody else that you know like this opportunity as well? Do hiring interviews and check-ins with your agent during drive time. Utilize your windshield time to build your business and help mentor your agents between the appointments of the families that you're helping. Always, always answer your phone. Doesn't matter if you're in the house, if an agent's calling you in their home, answer it and help them. You want to make sure you leverage your mentors as well. Perhaps you're new to this business, but you don't really have a full understanding how everything works. I could promise you there's somebody here that does and is willing to help you. By utilizing these non-income producing time, you can really make sure that you're building an agency. You can catch up and make sure your clients are for life. You can make sure your run days are full and making sure you're helping as many families as you can. And you can make sure that you're fully effectively running your dial days by dialing all day and not taking all day to dial. Again, this is your scheduling. This is the blueprint of your business. Taking control of your days and your schedule will ensure that you have success within FFL.